Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Kevin Jones and this is the Beginning Hunter video series here on YouTube. My goal with this program is to inform you and educate you on everything you need to know about becoming a new hunter. Tonight we're going to be discussing preference points. What are they and why do you care about them being a new hunter? This one might be the quickest video I've ever done. Preference points, we're just going to jump in. Preference points in the complete nutshell is every year that you don't draw your first choice, you get a preference point, which increases your odds the next year. So what that means, if I want to hunt Unit A, I've talked to a lot of people say that Unit A is the best elk hunting unit in the entire state of Oregon, or wherever you want to hunt, whatever species. And maybe you've spent some time in Unit A and you see elk everywhere. You know that that's where you want to be to go elk hunting. So you go and you apply. You buy your license, your hunting license, and you spend your $8 application fee, and you tell the state of Oregon that you want to hunt Unit A. You say, my name is Kevin Jones and I want to hunt Unit A. You put it down on your piece of paper, you submit it to them, and they take that because that's your first choice. That's my first choice. I only want to hunt Unit A. There's a couple other places I wouldn't mind hunting, but I really want to hunt Unit A. So then you put in your application, you wait a couple weeks, and your state comes back and says, you know what, I'm Joe Schmuckatelli, I'm sorry, you did not get a tag to hunt Unit A. The state of Oregon is not giving you permission to hunt Unit A. You're going to have to maybe hunt and settle with Unit B. And you're a little bit bummed, but that's okay, because what the state of Oregon does to kind of make you feel a little bit better is they give you what's called a preference point. Preference point now gives you better odds next year. So next year, you do the same thing. I really want to hunt Unit A. I really want to hunt Unit A. And you go up there, you do the same process again, and then maybe ODFW or your state will say, you know what? We see that we kind of owe you one because we didn't get you your first hunt last year. Okay, now you get to hunt Unit A. So it might take you a few years to get to hunt the area that you want, but every year that you don't get to hunt that area, that state will give you what's called a preference point. So preference points, again, it's just increasing your odds in the future years. So that's it. And once you do, so say it takes you 7 years to hunt Unit A. You try every single year to hunt Unit A. You always put it as your first choice, and for 7 years in a row, say you don't get it. But on that 8th year, ODFW, or your state, will look at how many points you have, and they're going to say, wow, Joe Schmuckatelli, he's been trying to hunt this area, Unit A, for 7 years now. Now that it's his 8th year, let's give him the tag. So I'll give you the tag, and then it brings all your preference points back down to 0, which is okay because at least you get to go hunt Unit A. So other states have things called bonus points. At least here in Oregon, we have what's called a preference point. So it's all brought it's actually all tracked by your hunter ID, and they're maintained until you're successful. So you don't have to do anything every year. You don't even have to remind ODFW to give you a preference point. They'll do it automatically. So, yep. There's also, actually down here, now we're starting to get into the weeds a little bit. There's other ways to still hunt. You just won't be able to hunt Unit A, at least in Oregon. Because Unit A is a controlled hunt, so you have to put in for a controlled draw. You can still do other things, hunt in a general season, or you can apply for a point saver, which is basically if you know that maybe you're going to be out of town, or your kid's getting married or something like that, you can apply for a point saver, which is basically saying, like, I still want my point to increase my odds next year, but I don't even want to risk drawing Unit A because I know I'm not going to be in the state at that point. Maybe I'm going on a vacation or something. It's kind of like it's an insurance policy. It's basically like you saying you still want your point, but you don't want to risk it to actually draw because you might not be ready financially or physically. Maybe you broke your leg, something like that. So yeah, you can also apply for point savers. I think it's July 1st. Yeah, right here, July 1st through November 30th. So it's kind of getting into the weeds a little bit more than I wanted to as a high-level 30,000-foot view on what preference points are, but that's what you got. Yeah, preference points, increase your odds next year if you didn't draw it this year. So good luck drawing Unit A. You can't draw it if you don't apply, and you'll never be able to hunt it if you don't even try. So I always encourage people just to give it a shot. So, yep, that's it for today. My name is Kevin Jones. This is the Beginning Hunter video series here on YouTube. Like, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.